Hello. I don't know if it's live. Carlito, can you confirm if it's live or not? Hi. Hey, Emerald. Nice mustache, thank you. Wait a second that I'm logging in. Okay. I'm trying to log in to see. De agosto, Caña, Argentina. I don't know what Memento is saying. Sir, is funding arbot in Python still functional? Would love to see it live. That's a good question. Actually, with my friends, we are revamping that strategy more like internally, but we are combining statistical arbitrage with funding rate. That's something really cool. For the funding rate, it should be live still, but the thing is that it will, as I mentioned in the video, there's a YouTube video explaining how to use it, but if, as I mentioned in the video, the strategy needs some tweaks, because if you check the transaction costs for doing the trades, you will see that there is a calculation that says that you need like 1 or 2 days until the funding rate covers the transaction cost of entering the 2 trades. So the thing is that you will need to build the position progressively in order to really make it something that can make sense. So in case that you want to build a strategy, what I would recommend will be quoting from the 2 sides in the 2 exchanges and trying to get the fills from the two sides. So it will be more complex than the current strategy as is, but I think that is something totally doable. So yeah, in that case, what you will do is like you go, let's say the best thing to do is to go to Hyperliquid, Hyperliquid funding comparison. Well, here you have this type of information. Let's say that we would like to see the best arbitrage opportunities in bear chain. So you need to go long in Hyperliquid and short in Binance, and this will give you this percentage. This is every 8 hours. So see that in a daily basis is like 0.13%. It's quite a lot. So in this case, it actually can be at market probably. But see the difference between doing it at market and doing it with limit orders is quite high. So I think that the best way to do this is building the position progressively through the two exchanges. And progressively I mean, like, let's say that you want to totally invest, is like the total arbitrage that you want to capture in Vera is $100, right? So you can send an order of put up a limit buy and a limit buy in Hyperliquid and a limit sell in Binance of $10. If the two of them are getting filled, it's like you already get a kind of arbitrage between the two positions that you are getting, plus you are reducing the cost of the trade, because instead of paying 0.03%, you are paying like 0.01, so it's like 3 times less of fees, and you are not exposing everything. So yeah, that's my recommendation in case that you want to do funding rate arbitrage. In case that someone is really interested on this, or if you guys are really interested on this, we can continue the series of live streams doing that, because right now we are building the machine learning strategy. So I would like to finish that before moving on to another thing. So yeah. And it's good that Emerald is here because he's really into AI too, so he can help us doing stuff there. Yeah. Yeah, Emerald, is interesting what you are saying, but the thing about the funding rate arbitrage is that you balance the position by going long and short in the two exchanges at the same time. So by doing that, you can, it's like if the price goes up or the price goes down, you don't care because you are like long and short at the same time, so you are hedged. So that's something that is important to understand. And what you're saying can be in a special case. Let's say that you quote from the two sides. You quote in Vera chain. Let's go to here, for example. Vera chain, let's go here, futures, and go to Vera, yeah, here. So here, the book, let's go to 1 minute. So here is 11.11. Oh, well, it's a little bit even cheaper here. So we have to play like a buy order here and a sell order here, right? For doing the arbitrage, because here the funding is minus 0.03. So that's the funding. And here the funding is minus 0.087. Here's 2 zeros too. Here is, funding rate is positive, long base, short. So here is long Binance, short Hyperliquid, because this funding is bigger here, I think. 0.03. Yeah, that's why is actually that. But well, it doesn't matter this example. Let's say that you place the two limit orders. It can be, there is a chance that the price goes to one direction automatically. So in that case, what you can do is to use one of the exchanges that has the higher cost of transactions. That should be Binance, because I think that the fees here in Binance are, yeah, the taker is 0.05%, and Hyperliquid is 0.03. So the taker fees in Hyperliquid are lower, but you don't need to only take into account the fees. You need to take into account the fees plus the price, because it's like probably the discrepancy of price is already higher than the fees that you are paying. So maybe it's worth even to trade at marketing one exchange another. But well, so what you are going to do is to place the limit orders, and if suddenly one of them gets filled and you have a threshold of time for the other order to get filled, if it doesn't get filled, you can hedge it at market. So that probably is the potential the potential change that you have to also do in the strategy. Yeah, the price is really different. Can be also related to this funding, because someone, like, it's free money, this arbitrage. So if it's free money, someone should be like trying to take this into account. So yeah, another option that you can do is to, besides doing this, you can take a little bit more risk, because let's say that you want to incorporate kind of directional trading into this. It's like, imagine that now, I don't know, our model is saying long, and we get paid more to long. You can start taking long in the exchange that pays you, and when the price goes up, you can start taking shorts in the opposites, all that stuff. Also, another question: how to avoid the running bots to cut the opportunity of arbitrage? Can you explain? I didn't understood, Aracal. If you can explain better. Rexy says, is there a video you can direct us to create bot on XRPL using Dexys? Rexy, that's a really good question, and soon we are going to do a few announcements, because we are collaborating with XRPL. Soon you are going to be able to enjoy rewards. I don't know if it's if I can say this already, but we are collaborating with XRPL, and the Hummingbot users will have rewards for trading on XRPL. In case that you want to trade on XRPL, there is a guide here. We can, Carlito, please create a channel in Discord of XRPL, because we are going to need it, and as soon as we can get the questions from the users, we can create better guides to help them running bots there. But if you put here XRPL, you will get the information. No, this is here, XRP letter. Yeah, here there is an explanation of how to use it, how to connect, and everything. Probably we can also add a video in case that you have problems with something, but well, that is something. Drupman says Jaro. Okay. Rich Monkey says, hi there, I want to connect to Dexys through dashboard. Can you please give a rough idea of how to do it? I want to do arbitrage. Okay, Rich Monkey. What you can do if you want to use dashboard is Carlito, please create the XRPL group in Discord. David, let's start doing like a to-do list of things that we can do, like creating a video of how to connect to the XRPL, or maybe we have it already and I forgot. So that's something I would think. Injective has a very good tutorial. Yeah, I know the guy that did the tutorial. He's a very cool guy. Wait, I will finish the Rich Monkey question, and then I will move forward with the other questions. But well, then I have to start with the live stream of AI, because I have only like up to 2 p.m. and a half, so we need to move forward. So, Rich Monkey, we were talking about how to connect with the gateway into dashboard. That's something that I will use this to add a few things. Connect dashboard to gateway. The other thing was XRPL to be a tutorial. Well, then let's continue with Rich Monkey. You see that here the way to deploy Hummingbot is using the deploy repo. Hummingbot deploy. So here in Hummingbot deploy, you will see that you have this Docker compose, that YAML, right? So in case that you would like to add the gateway, you should be adding the gateway here as another service, as is done in other places. Like using the gateway normally, or you can run the gateway from source in the same machine that you are running it, and the gateway will be available for the bots that you are deploying. The question now is how you can connect the gateway to the actual bots. It's like, imagine that the gateway is a service, is a server that is running, waiting for requests to trade in the blockchain or to get the data from the blockchain. So you have Hummingbot instances that are going to be talking with the gateway to interact with the blockchain. So if you have the gateway running in the same server, you need to tell how you're going to be accessing that information. So here inside bots, bots credentials, the master account. This folder is the one that when you are spawning a new bot, it gets like cloned. Like when you create another account, this is the one that gets cloned, and this is the one that you are usually going to use. So if you have a fresh Hummingbot instance, this inside the conf folder, you are going to find the same things. So here in connectors is where you're going to find the credentials and everything. What you will need to do is to replicate what you have here with your local account, and that will work. And the conf client has also another configuration from the gateway that you can also use from there. There is no a straightforward method right now. We're going to add it, but right now Mike is really like working on improving the gateway. As it's not stable right now, I will not want to spend too much time doing something that probably I need to redo later on. But this is like a general information of how you want to do it. It's not going to be straightforward, I will tell you right now. So, but if someone wants to help Rich Monkey, that will be cool. Arakel says there are bots from the exchanges to avoid the arbitrage. Also services as Chainlink as channel to spread these balances. What you can do is like, you can't, if you place the order is available there to take the order, Arakel. So what you can do is to, instead of using just one price to market make around one price, what you can do is to create an index price based on multiple exchanges. The way that you can do that is to get the order books of the exchanges that you want to trade on, and based on the order book of those exchanges, construct like an average order book and get the VWAP price from there and use that price to avoid the arbitrage. But I would say that that's a lot of work. That is not so difficult. It's to create like an oracle price, but it's not as easy as I will prevent to have arbitrage, because maybe the arbitrage is 0.01% or 0.05%. So maybe it's too low to do all that, and maybe you're taking into account another thing. The dashboard is really lag via Docker. Any faster solution? I I didn't use the dashboard for a long time, so I need to run it in case that is very lagged. I don't remember of the dashboard being really lagged, but what I'm planning to do is like, I think that the next move is moving to Telegram. I'm actually really hyped about the Telegram integration, and probably the UI will be replaced by Telegram rather than a dashboard. So yeah. Well, all this said, let's really start talking about what we are doing with the AI bot. I will share the Obsidian folder where we have the previous AI trading strategy. So well, we were here. Just to make a quick recap. Yeah, Rich Monkey, probably you can start talking on Discord, and soon we have to do it, the ability to deploy with the gateway, so we'll be okay. Well, so just to make a quick recap, we were talking about the potential AI strategies that can be done, the Gen AI strategy, the regression strategy, and we decided to go through the classification strategy. So the classification strategy is using the triple barrier method, as we mentioned, and based on the category, we can predict if it's going to be 1, -1, or 0. So this is like what we were doing, building a data set with the OHLCs for now, and the label that is going to be 0 or 1 depending. We pick a model. We are using random forest for now, and then pick or we can pick a deep learning model. That's another option, but the idea, as I mentioned, was more to show like the pipeline, the overall pipeline of how to train, validate, and start putting those signals into channels. So then you can work on the model, or you can work on another things. But the most interesting thing is how to do the full pipeline. So the ideal solution that we're going to have at the end is going to be the idea will be to have a machine learning server, that this can be like the Quants Lab task module that we have, that can have access to candles, order book, and trades, and we're going to have different pipelines. The pipeline will be transforming the data to from candles, order book, or trades to the final to a standard, to a scaled version of the data. So then we have a machine learning model that can produce a signal based on that. So the main ideas behind this is that at the end we are going to end up having n pipelines that will produce n signals, and the signal we have an ID, a market, a site, and a probability. We're going to send those signals through MQTT, that is a broker, and the different HBot instances are going to be listening to this signal to decide what to do. So, well, the next step that we showed that we need to do were making the scalar pipeline transform the data frame with indicators. This is something that I asked for someone. I will read the Discord AI chat. Just to in Discord, where is it? General livestreams AI. Well, no, there is no advances from that guy, because is this MQTT that is used in deploy? Yes, Emerald. The MQTT is a broker that will let us send the messages through the different bots. But the idea was that using we have a scalar that, let me show the notebooks. The notebooks are here, feature engineering. The scalar was here. We have this standard scalar that we fit and transform the data, actually the numeric columns, and then we have this this value for that, right? And here in models we have the pickle of the scalar and the model itself. So wait a second. So, well, the idea will be that or what I asked to this guy that was in the call last week. I don't know, remember if it was Raj, the name, or something like that. But the idea is that if in this scalar we can call it, instead of a scalar, pre-processing or something like that, and we can include all these transformations that we are doing to the raw data frame in that object, then we don't need to do something strange in the controller or in the signal generator. It's just like doing the same transformation. If you want to try something interesting, try out Marimo off stream lol. It's a different beast. It's like Jupyter Python notebooks, but it's real time. Well, I will try it out. Well, that was something that I was asking to this guy if he can do it, but well, for now we can just continue without that. So I was here. So finish the controller and test it in production. Add the notebook for backtesting. Add a task for automated training with Aptuna. Configure YAML for automated data collection in 1 second. Define if we require dedicated server for signals, or we're going to use the HBots and go define a solution. Machine learning plus automated trading. So this one we're going to remove it because we already defined it. So let's put it like done. Configure YAML for automated data collection in 1 second. We can do it. Then add task for automated training with Aptuna. We need to do it. Add notebook for backtesting. This is not done yet. And we're going to dismiss this one for now. Finish the controller and test it in production. Well, the first thing that we need to do now that we're going to work on is creating a task that streams candles and sends signals through MQTT. So this will be the first thing that we're going to do. Create a task that, based on the logic that we did, is like, remember the pipeline that we were doing is we are downloading the candles. So this will be like, instead of downloading the candles, it's going to be streaming the candles. So once we download the candles or we stream the candles, we apply the transformations. The transformation is adding indicators, scaling with the object that we use for to scale the data. And then the next part is to predict with the model that that we are generating, right? So this will be the thing that we need to do. Now what we need to do is to do it like in real time. So in real time we'll be doing all these steps, but with something that runs forever. So for that, I'm going to create a new file. For now, it's not going to be a task because it's going to be something that will run forever. So let's call it like prediction service, something like that. And this prediction service is going to be, let's call it like class prediction service def init. Let's put as an init the scalar path str model path str. We're going to load these two things, and then we're going to and let's add the candles config. Let's put candles config. Like this, and then we need to initialize the candles. So this will be self.candles config self.candles is equal to we can use market data provider dot get candles feed based on the config. So now we have the candles, and now this candles feed gives us the candles. They gives us the candles started already. So async def prediction loop is going to be something like while true this would be candles df. We can do if self.candles.ready candles df is equal to candles df. So we get the data frame. That's the first part. Then we don't need a triple barrel method. We just need the no. We need this df with indicators. Sorry. This one, this stuff. We need to add this stuff. So we're going to add this stuff. Let's put like copy here. Then move this, and let's put candles EF. Candles EF. But it's easier if I do just this. Tac, 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 tac. Tac, 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 tac. Candles EF. Okay. And then what we need to do, columns to drop. We need to do this stuff. I think that we can just I can just copy everything. Columns to drop right here. And we are playing around with the let me remove this prediction service. Let me put here, and this will be candles EF. This is going to be everything candles EF. No, fuck. Oh, yeah. Here, Everything here is candles.df. Then the standard scalar we already loaded, so this would be self.scalar. This will be just transform. This is something important that we discussed the other day, that when we are doing predictions and we are using data or models that we were using in the past, if the model was trained with a certain scalar that uses certain distribution of data, we can't use a fit transform again, because that will be like very adjusted to the current dataset that is available. So we need to use it with the original model or the original scalar that we were doing. So in that case, we need to use this original scalar and just transform. Wait me 1 second, guys, that I will go to. I need to go quickly to the bathroom. If you want, continue looking at this and let me know if you have any question when I come back. Wait me just a second. Okay, I'm back. The camera follows, yes. It's like it's a feature, I think, that the camera follows you. So yeah. This is a feature from the Mac, I think. Well, I'm here back again. So we were up to this point. So let's try up to this point if everything works. To check this if it works, we can do like async def main, and we can put like this would be like model scalar pickle model path. This show leave, I think, right? Yeah, job leave and pickle. On USDT 1 second, prediction service, and await prediction loop. So we can do if name equal main, async IO, run main. So let's see if this works. Let's put a breakpoint here and let's debug. Type error. Max records, I think that we are missing. That's maybe is this. Let's put connector name, or is connector, sorry. Connector Binance trading pair BTC USDT interval this max records. Let's put 1000 records. Let's start again. Let's start again. Cat boost. Cat boost classifier. Improved model. Where are we using this improved model? I don't really know. Improved model. I was importing a random thing. I think that this was made by the AI, so I will remove it. With open file not found. Okay, that's expected because model we are here, so we can do root path OS, and this will be come on. File not found. User Zeman code quantslab. Model, no, it's models. That's the problem. And the scalar is, let me redo the scalar now. Because for some reason the scalar is, well, let's do it in a second, but for some reason I'm storing the scalar with format pickle instead of job_lib, but for now it doesn't work. The problem here was that is models and this is pickle. File of directory models. Let me rename this to model. The job_lib. Okay, last intent. This is the proof that we are building things live, because we have a lot of errors. Self candles, market data browser missing one position argument config. Config. Okay, now last time. Okay. Well, I can just use the candles factory, get candle, and that'll be all. Candles factory instead of this, and self that candles that start. Yeah. Okay. Last time. Get candle. Okay, now we are finally there. Candles are not ready yet. We need to also, because the problem here is that the candles, they have like an async loop, right? They have an async task that will stream the messages through WebSocket and then request the missing candles via REST. Python is not Python is single thread, so it doesn't have multiple threads to be doing this in parallel. So the way that we can achieve this parallelism, that is not really parallelism, is actually running tasks in the same loop but with awaits, like in an asynchronous way, is with actually async code. In this case, I will tell you why this is not working, but if someone wants to guess why it's not working right now, why the candles are not getting filled, you can guess why. If nobody knows, I will tell you the reason. But there is a problem with this current logic that will not let the candles get filled. Someone from the audience would like to guess? Someone who wants to guess? Nobody wants to guess? I'm reading the chat. I want someone to guess, but nobody's guessing. I will help by putting a breakpoint here in candles. This is going to be Binance spot candles. Let's go to the candles base. Let's go to the control task. Yeah, Memento knows knows. Well, I was going to say a bad word, but Memento knows. Listen for subscription. This one is. So you are blocking the loop. No, it looks async. Yeah, it is async, but the thing is the following. Here, when we are like looping to get the candles, we are like connecting a WebSocket, subscribing to channels, and so. No, no, that's not the right question. Yeah, perfect, Memento. You did it right. The thing is that here in this prediction loop, there is a while true without an await. So the only thing that releases this task to continue to another task can be an awaitable. As here we don't have any awaitable, we are not letting the process to continue. So if we want to really have the candles getting updated, we need to run await async IO sleep, and let's put, I don't know, 0.05 seconds. Okay, so this will let us release the task of prediction loop, and the candles are going to be able to get ready at some point in the near future. So if we run it again, at some point it should go here. We are here. Let me see what is self.candles. Binance spot candles. Candles df running Binance, BTC, USDT, network not connected. Sorry, I put the await here. I should be here. Now we get up to this point. You see that before we didn't get up to this point. Now we are here because we have the async IO sleep to really understand that. Well, now we have another problem, a data frame object. Well, the good thing is that we reach up to the point where we're adding indicators to the candles. The bad thing is that we have an error, but the error is because we didn't import in the necessary library, that is import pandas TA as TA. No, like this. Okay, now let's run it again. And let's put a breakpoint. Okay, key error, not found, close time. Okay, this is better because we were trying to drop these columns, but we don't have them because we were applying the three variable method in the other notebook that we don't need it here. So let's run it again. This is a class on how to debug, actually. Remove close type. Another exception. Okay. This is also not in the data frame. Value error. Oracle says, if you ask to a WebSocket service, there are try set options with no error numbers. Better no just sleep. Yeah, but that's another thing, Oracle. The WebSocket connection is actually done like that. You only sleep if there is an error, and then you recreate the connection. The problem here is that as the other async task was running, all the program has to be async, and if the main loop is not releasing, the task is synchronous and it's not being released, it's impossible that another async task is able to take control of the loop and run. So yeah, so missing. Now we have another problem, I think. Not quote asset volume. What's the problem now? Value error, message. Where is the message? The feature's name should match missing target. We need to add the target that is not appearing here. So let's add the target. Modeling, no, here, feature engineering, target. Where is the target? Because it was computed here. Let me add it here. Here, std span. And here the std span is 200. Let's do it again. Wait a second, because wait a second. Okay, so where seems like we are transforming the data. We don't have more errors. So if we go here, we get that the candles DF is this. So seems like we are ready to predict, guys. So well, now the thing is that we have this scaled. The next thing is predict. I think that we can just call the model predict. So if we call x test is values, right? Y is value. Okay. If we just call, I think, self.model dot predict candles df. Okay, we got predictions, guys. It's everything long. I don't know if it's just x candles df. My question is, well, let's put 1000. It's predicting all along. So there. No. This was 1 minus 1 or. Okay, well, it's a prediction, right? But seems like it's predicting long. What is the state of the market? Well, this is like the predictions were like 900 or 900 predictions divided by 60 seconds in 15 minutes. The last 15 minutes was predicting long. 15 minutes is like this amount. So well, all this time was predicting long the model. There is a very big opportunity with the model probably. But well, the thing is that we have the pipeline already. Now we have to improve the model. But we already have all the pipeline ready to start sending the predictions. So now we need to use the common lib to send a message through the broker, and then we need to create a Hummingbot a Hummingbot instance that can stream from that specific channel from MQTT and start showing the predictions. So this is fun actually. Predictions. Let me see if I can predict just the last ELOC minus 1 because I think that is looking for, yeah. We can actually predict the last two. And ELOC and get the minus 1. Well, I think that in terms of time is almost like the same. Let's get out the predictions in case that you want to do an average later on, all that stuff. Well, we can do that. We can do the average of the and also we can do predict proba. Okay, this is more interesting. This is more interesting than predict, because the thing here is that with predict you get I don't know if you know how it works, but basically when you are, let me put predict for all the observations. So basically when you call the predict method, what you get is a prediction for 1 minus 1 and from minus 1, 0, and 1. So the thing here is that it will get like the higher value of the predictions. So here 0 is like minus 1, like 0 is short, 1 is do nothing, and 2 is long. So in this case, what we can do to clean up the signal is saying everything is 1 unless that the prediction of the number 2, this column is greater than 0.5, or the prediction of this column is greater than 0.5. So that will reduce the signals a lot, actually. But well, for now, let's keep with the predict. This is like the probability that is this category, or the probability that is this category, or this one. This is, I remember, short, do nothing, or long. So let's keep with this logic, with the original, that is like, or we can send the 3 predictions, I think. Yeah, let's send the 3 predictions, and let's show in Hummingbot the 3 things. My question is, should we get the average of the last X periods? Well, let's do just send the last value, and then let's resolve in Hummingbot the message, how we are sending the messages. So here we can call predictions. Prediction is going to be self.model.predict proba dot minus 1. So if we call this, we just get the last value. Okay, perfect. And then we need to send it through the broker. So to do that, let me see how we are doing this in Hummingbot, because I totally forget how we are sending the things. Yesterday I started working on a market maker that is actually really cool. I will show the picture here. Wait a second. This is my friends. Check this, guys. I traded like 100 and yeah, here it is. I don't know if you can. Oh wait. It's not possible to see it. Well, it's 121k in 11 hours with 1.7k. So it was fucking amazing, the trading activity yesterday. Well, last night. But I'm experiencing with a new like market making strategy to do that. So well, let me go here to understand how we're using the broker. So in B2 with controllers, here topic publisher, in this one here pub performance, use bot prefix. Okay, topic publisher, MQTT gateway, main node, create and publisher. This topic spec node is MQTT gateway is from here. This was done by MQTT params topic remote interface get logger. This is a little bit annoying because it's rewritten everything here, and we probably don't need this. We can use common live, right? Memento probably knows this, but come live, or no, HBot remote client. No, 10 trades in an hour. No, Memento. I did 121K in 11 hours. Like 121K of volume. $121,000 in 11 hours. So yeah, we can use this. Maybe we are already using. We already have this dependency here. Environment. HBot. No, we don't have it. Nope. I think that nope. And this does not have pip either, I think. Run command, bot commands, on notification, on event, bot listener. Let me see if there is a chance to commands. There should be an easy way to send a message. RBC client. Messages. So 10K hour. Yeah, it was around like 10K. Let's say 12K per hour. And the orders were of around $6 each order. So yeah, you can make the numbers. Yeah, I think that this is a pain in the ass to understand how this works. We can do something simpler for now. That is just copy the remote interface to the core. Let's see if this works. Let's see if we have any importing issues. No. Okay, seems like we are all right. Oh, the Hummingbot application is the only thing that we don't have. Or we can just check how the eTopic publisher works. This one, MQTT gateway. Oh, we need the Hummingbot application here. I haven't wrapped my head around. Yeah, I think that we need to rewrite a little bit of this. Or we can just do a much more simpler thing. Let me see. Come leave node MQTT connection parameters. I think that we can just ask the AI to do it. Let me open cursor and let's do what I don't like too much lately, but for these things cursor is going to be the king. So I will say here we are in the file core data. No, here controllers, models, no, here. So I will say to cursor, I have this pipeline almost ready, but now I need to send the predictions through MQTT. Docker, wait, let me check Docker. Oh, I will need to run the Docker. I will need to run PyCharm deploy new window Docker compose on dashboard MQX 5. Cool. So I'll tell cursor through MQTT. I have an instance of MQX running on Docker in my local machine, so please send the predictions in a topic called ML signals with the following format, and this will be, as we mentioned here, ID, this can be timestamp, connector, no, this trading pair, okay. I think that now by the way, Cloud is not Sonnet 3.7. Now 3.7 seems much better. Yeah, it seems really good, I think. Okay. If you tell me, I will do it. Yeah, this 3.7 Sonnet thinking seems really good. But at the same time, I like how good the AI can be helping you to do things. But at the same time, it's like yesterday I started working on a repo for the XRPL partnership, and it ended up doing a bunch of random stuff that I didn't need. Oh well, I would rather do it by myself. Like for example here, yeah, did a lot of good work, but also introduced a lot of code. Well, in this case was actually good. It was not bad. I will accept the file, accept. Let me run it again, but at some point I have to be better friend with. Let me go up to the publish prediction. Let me put a breakpoint here. And see if it works. And then I will tell that I would like to create a simple message. Oh, nice. Seems like it worked. Now let me ask, can you create another file that listens to okay, I will ask to create another file to see if it's working properly, and if it works, it will be amazing. And now we need to go to Hummingbot and create a listener. So it created this new file here, research notebooks, MQTT listener. So let's run this. Oh, nice. Congratulations, guys. We are streaming the signals. So that's really cool. Well, now that we are here, we need to put it into a controller now. Let's do it into a let me do it here. Let me go here and let me ask open recent. Let me ask cursor to create a format status. Generic, and I will tell where is the topic of here that we are sending. A message, publish a message. Where is the topic? Publish ML signals. Okay. I will tell add a listener to this controller of the topic ML signals using the MQTT and render in the format status the prediction received. I will put here, close this, and I will put here this is an example of what I am expecting to see in the format status related to the signal. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. It's working. And then I will ask also to place executors, filtering the executors based on the signal only. So that will be like the last thing. And then we can just run and see if we are doing this properly. Then I think that with this we're going to end. But the next session that will be next week, we'll probably go and start like creating the infrastructure to scale the models, all that stuff. So what is this saying? Okay, let's trust. Then I will say then I will also stop actions proposal, create actions proposal. This one, get levels to execute. Can you also filter the list of probabilities is the first is short, do nothing, long. I would like to filter the long levels if the short value is greater than 0.4 and filter the short levels if the long value is greater than 0.4. Can you apply those extra changes here in get levels to execute? Okay, I think that with this we're going to be really close. Okay. Well, now it's time to debug this. So let me close cursor. Let me go here. So this is okay. The config didn't change, I think, from the one that I have here. PMM ML, let's call it. ML just to make a difference there. And now let's controllers, let's change this name, PMM ML PMM ML BTC, and then PMM ML. Come on. Okay. Well, now let's run it to see if we have errors. Status live. Seems like we are not receiving the ML signals. Ah, no, wait, stop. Because I'm still running the PMM controller in the script launcher. So here in scripts, I need to change this to PMM ML.yaml. Let me start again. Primero de agosto, Caña, Argentina. I don't know what that means in Memento, but yeah. Seems like we are not receiving the signals. Status live. Signals. We are not streaming the signals, I think. Is the wait? No. Seems. No, we are not receiving signals, I think. Let me see if it's connected to MQTT. Because maybe it's not connected. MQTT. True. Yeah, I'm Argentinian, but Caña is like beer, but we Argentinians, we don't say caña. In Argentinians we say birra, similar to Italians, but caña is more like Spanish people. If you are referring to the birra, to the beer. Primera, no, yeah, I don't know that liqueur. The most typical drink that we have is called Fernet. That is also from Italians. But Primero de Agosto, I will look if it's familiar to me. The copy. Unfortunately, here I'm drinking water. I'm not drinking beer. Let's see. First de agosto, caña. No, we don't actually, or I don't actually drink this stuff in Argentina. Maybe my city is not common because I never saw it. Are you drinking this Memento? No, this is a water bottle. No. Well, it seems like we are not receiving the message here. We are trading, but without the filters. It's like we are doing some trades here, but we are not actually filtering or receiving the signals. So there must be a problem, or maybe we are not generating more signals. The listener. Maybe it's stopped. Prediction service. Let me run the prediction service again. Maybe the prediction service was stopped, and that's why I wasn't receiving the signals. PyCharm. No. Let me see if I'm putting the same name. Prediction service port. ML signals. Client publish to a topic. Here, yeah, it's the same name. No enough budget to open a position. I have everything in USDT instead of FUSD. let me go by, I think it's a discount, buy everything in FDUSD. Okay, so we can continue with the party, but we are not receiving the signals. Let me see where else is create async listener. And on message topic. Maybe this. Let me do it again. Stop. To be honest, I found this complex. Yeah, well, just to make a quick explanation of that, this MQTT, just to understand how it works, is like a message protocol that we are going to be sending packets, messages through it, and the different HBots are going to be able to access to it. So the way that MQTT works, oops, I was deleting that. The way that works is like we have topics and we have events. Probably is worth to use events rather than topics, because I think that the difference between the topics and the events is that when you are sending a message through a topic, it's like, let's say that we have this topic, and this topic, right? So this topic thing is like, let's say topic A, B, and C. So an event is like we are sending events, and we are going to have here producers, and we are going to have consumers. Consumer 1, consumer 2, and consumer 3. So let's say that this producer will produce messages to here, and to here, right? And let's say that it only produces, let's simplify to just one channel for this analysis, because this topic can be machine learning signals, can be another topic of risk, position risks, or whatever. It's like each topic should receive messages from the same type, possibly, right? So here in this topic we are going to have a queue of messages that are going to be arriving to, it's easier if I just use one. Let me do this. Let me do this. So each of these will be a message, right? So the thing about the message that we are receiving here, let's put producer 1. So these messages that we are receiving here are going to be consumed by these consumers. So imagine that you want to make a trading system that you publish orders and you have services in different IPs. So you want to send the message as soon as possible. You're going to be using something like this, because these messages are going to be consumed by these consumers. So the consumer will say, is there any message on the queue? If there is a message, the message will fly and go to the consumer, and the consumer will process it. So it's simply like a way to communicate messages through different services. In Hummingbot you have something really similar that is like the async queues. It's not similar, but imagine, just to make a comparison, is not the same, but the async queues, you put a message in a queue and then you have another process that is reading from that queue. This will be something really similar. This will be the machine learning process that will be producing the signals and putting those signals on a queue, and then we are going to have another bot that will be consuming from that queue and getting the information from there. So that's basically how it works. The problem that we have here is that we are not receiving the messages from the Hummingbot side. We are producing the messages, yes, because here we are seeing that we are sending the predictions. But the main problem is that we are not actually receiving the messages here. And that's a really bad thing, because we should be getting the messages. You see that this publish topic at least we should be seeing this. Handle ML signal. Well, yeah, there is something here that I need to really research to understand how this is actually working, because we are not receiving the messages that we should be receiving, and that's a problem. But yeah, the thing is that it's the same shit. It's like we are doing everything that we need. And with the breakpoint here, self.ml signal listener. Okay. Here is my friend, because we are the problem of this design is that the topics that we were using is hbot / this ID, that is the ID of the conf client, probably, yeah. See, that is the same ID here, and then ML signals. So just to show you that that is potentially the problem, let me restart this thing. Let me release this. Now we are producing, and now we are receiving the signals. So yeah, we did it. Rafael says just cloud it. Yeah, but I did it before cloud. Yeah, it was something a little bit complex to identify, because Cloud will need to understand that the prefix of the topic was that. That is one of the problems of having a very big code base. It's good because it's reliable, but at the same time, it has these things that sometimes we can't understand these problems easily. Status dive. Just understand what he's saying here. The status dive. Probabilities 40% for class 2. We are placing orders or not? Yeah, we still place orders. Yeah. So in this case, is like working. what we should be doing now is to understand if really this is something that works or not. Then we need to really like we need to really get into the models, because as you saw, the model is always saying 0.4 long or nothing. So there is probably a bias into the model. So we need to set up a good pipeline. This model was trained last week with 3 days of data. So the thing is that in order to really have a model that is something that you say, okay, makes sense to deploy this, we need to work a little bit more on the modeling and the services that are like collecting the data in real time, training the models, processing, dumping new pickles for the scalars, and new pickles for the models, and another server that is producing the signals and stuff. So that requires more work, but well, this is why we are doing this. We are doing it live all together. Well, I hope that we can reach up to the point that someone else can continue working on this on the live stream channel on Discord, helping me doing this, or providing more solutions to the stack. So well, the good thing for now, coming back to what we were saying, just for the ones that just joined, what we did was we created this prediction service that is sending the messages through MQTT. This is good for a clip, Carlito. If you are there, Carlito, from now to the next thing is that this is like a summary of what we did. So this is cool for a clip. So based on what we're doing is like we work on this AI strategy that for now is more like how to put all the building blocks together. So we started with notebooks, like how to download the data of Bitcoin in 1 second, all the stuff. Then how we did the feature engineering. We add a few indicators. We remove the columns that we don't need. We scale the data, and then we dump the scalar so we can use it later on with the same like distribution of data in new data. And then the last notebook is this modeling notebook that we were loading the pre-processed data, and then we were using the scale. Well, it's already scaled the data, but we're doing a train test split. We were creating a model and fit it to the data, and then dumping the instance of the model. So at this point we have market data, a scalar that will let us normalize our data, and a model that will let us generate predictions over the data. So with those files, we're creating this prediction service for this Bitcoinator. This name was a name that one of the community suggested. And the thing is that what we did is we set up an MQTT. MQTT is the broker, as you know, is this architecture that we are seeing here. This is one of the pipelines that we were like saying here. We set up the prediction service that basically loads the candles that we were using, the market data we were using. Basically, the candles receives via WebSocket the new candles every second, and with that we were applying the transformations. With those transformations, we were using the scalar that we loaded from the file system, and the model that we loaded from the file system, and we are publishing the last prediction through MQTT. So as you can see here, publish prediction, the ID of the prediction, the trading pair that we are predicting, and the probabilities of short, probability of do nothing, and the probability of long. And then what we did was we created a Hummingbot script, a Hummingbot controller that basically is one of the controllers that I have been working that does market making. And as you can see, Memento, this is for you that we were discussing today about the trading volume. We traded 1200 or 1300 in 8 minutes. So that's the ratio that we were talking about. This is with a config of total exposed. Total exposed now is less, but the total amount will be 1.7k. But the thing is that in real orders, we are sending like orders of $5, $12. So it's very small, the amount of orders that we are doing. So, well, what we did was we created this controller, or we adapted this controller that basically streams the predictions from the MQTT service that we just talked about. So there is one service that will be like this one, the ML server, predicting and generating signals for different markets. And then we have different HBot instances that are streaming those signals and saying, okay, the probability of class 0 that is short is 27%. The probability of class 1 is 31%. The probability of class 2 is 41%. So based on these probabilities, we'll take decisions. For now, we just filtered the opposite trades. So we said if the probability is greater than 40% of long, we are not going to place shorts. So that is basically how it's working right now. But obviously that this can be further improved based on what you think that the strategy has to do. For now, it's just the pipeline. It's how to connect the prediction service with Hummingbot. Next session, we should continue working on understanding what's the right way to standardize a little bit the process of training the models, like downloading the data and setting up certain times where we are going to trigger the training process. Well, Rafael says how this is better than doing everything as controller in Node B2 way. Well, Rafael, that's a very good question. We discussed that actually in the last meeting. I asked like, what do you think? We require a dedicated service for signals, or we can use HBot for prediction. This is what we were saying. And actually it's very similar. It's like we are doing the B2 way. It's like this is B2, but the main difference is that Hummingbot can be very lightweight. It's like you don't need too much for Hummingbot. You just need one CPU and 1 GB of RAM, and Hummingbot will work. So the thing is that the prediction might require some computational resources, and you will probably have this ML server somewhere else because it has, I don't know, GPUs, or it has better specs, your computer, to generate those signals. So you don't want to delegate that to each Hummingbot instance to make the predictions. So, and also it's like, let's say that you have different instances trading Bitcoin, probably you want to centralize all the signals that you have everywhere. So this is very good because lets you scale, and probably instead of having just one model for Bitcoin, now we can create 10 models that are predicting Bitcoin, and in Hummingbot we just make the average of all the signals. So decoupling those services is going to be really good in a long run. Plus, right now I adapted a market making controller. So as you can see, it's trading more like a market maker. But the thing is that what we can do in the future is to create like a directional trading based class. We can create the directional trading controller. We can create a machine learning controller base or whatever. With that controller, we are going to be able to to use just this server to start spawning signals. You don't need to code anything in Hummingbot. You just need to code the machine learning signals. So I think that has some benefits, mostly for the people that doesn't know how to code that much, Hummingbot or interactions with exchanges. You can just predict, provide signals. So, well, that's all for today. I hope that you like it. I'm really happy with this new strategy that I am Uniswap gate soon. I don't know if the Uniswap gate is like the I don't know. I remember because my girlfriend watched those stuff like someone gate that is like a media scandal, but I don't know if it's gay or gateway. But yeah, if it's gate, I don't know, like for the media scandal. But if it's for gateway with Uniswap, yes. Mike is actually working on placing and removing ranges from the gateway. So, well. So creating a task that streams candles and sends. This is done. Done. I'll put this. Will Jaime have a gateway for Uniswap before? Yeah, for usually we are adding the top or the most new things. So yeah, will be available. Finish the control and testing in production. Also is done. Adding an output for backtesting. This is not ready, but I will prioritize these two tasks for the next week. Final solution. And then the final solution will be a more robust version of what we did. Remember that we built all this in 3 live streams, where the first part of the sessions we were always talking shit about different things. So don't expect this to be something really professional for now. But we did a lot in 4 hours almost of work live. And I think that this can be even bigger if we put some efforts into it. Guys, we build a machine learning service that sends predictions to Hummingbot. So congratulations for us. We did it. But yeah, I think that we can do it better. For that, we will require more work. So probably for the next session, I will prepare some things before the session, some designs, because to be honest, guys, with you, I never prepare something for the sessions. I just went live and see what we can do. So the next session, I will try to come up with a more solid idea of what we have to do, so we can be like more straightforward on the live session. But at the same time, I think that is good because we open up discussions, we figure out how to do things. I think that was good overall. But well, anything else before we end up with the session? I'm working on the candles currently. Maybe I should look into having MQTT plug in. I think that we should only use. I don't know how you can relate like candles with MQTT, Memento. But I think that we should be using the MQTT more like to send messages through different services like this, or to send like PNL reports from the bots. Actually, if you review the backend API has a listener of the PNL reported from the controllers, well, from the B2 with controllers. So that is why we have the dashboard with the metrics and all that stuff, because the backend API is like streaming that stuff. So I think that I will keep the MQTT for that. For all of you guys that are in the call, Memento is working on a big refactor on the environment. That is like the most important thing for me for now, because we are trying to update the dependencies. And well, I hope that we can finish that task as soon as possible, so we can release Memento and work in other things that he's interested on. I think that you are going to like Memento, the MQTT, based on what you usually want to learn new stuff. You're going to enjoy that MQTT and broker thing. Rafael says PNL. Let's see a PNL. It just started, so we are 20 cents down. We traded 2.4k. That's not bad. From realized PNL, we made 18 cents. That's good. And we are holding $273 with a break-even price of 83.8. So if the price goes up here, we are making money from the unrealized. So well. Yeah, MQTT fails the test. Yes, but I thought that you were mentioning Memento that you want to merge the candles with the MQTT. I thought that from the message. Maybe I misunderstood. But yeah, if it's using the candles at the same time with MQTT, I would say no. If it's looking at MQTT, I would say yes. Well, this is like the current state. I now, if you check the new B2 features, I added the ability of positions held, that now the executors can have this keep position equal to true. So if you put stop executor keep position true, the position will be accumulated here in this bag. So instead of taking loss, we are like holding the unrealized in another bag. So as you can see now, we are like, I don't know, 20 cents above. So this opens up the possibility to keep a position over time, because right now it's like $285. I would probably want to have that amount of Bitcoin in my portfolio, even if it's holding some loss. I would like to hold it probably, but maybe at some point, as it's market making, I don't know, the price goes up to 84,300, and I would like to start sending more set executors to try to do the markouts. But if I keep the position, it's like reducing the other position and making profits from it. So well, there is a lot that I have been working on, mostly to give more flexibility to the framework. Right now it's like very complex. I know I will be simplifying it at some point, but everything that I do it because I use it by myself. So I try to think what's the best way to manage this. Rafa says, did you bought the dip? Yeah, I bought actually a lot of WorldCoin. So I think that I tweeted about it. I bought a lot of WorldCoin. I think that WorldCoin might go up a little bit. Actually, it's one of the best trades that I took in this past bull run. I have the average buy here and the average sell here, so it's like I already did like 100%. The last bots are mostly on, because it's like, as I am buying, I don't know, 10k US of WorldCoin, 10k times 0.1 is like $10. So I'd rather buy this in FDUSD that has 0 fees. So here I have like, yeah, 0.1 because I don't have BNB. So I usually use the FDUSD pairs because they have 0 fees. Make the candles. Be aware of MQTT for easier plug-in. Do you remember there was a discussion some time back on Microsoft? Yeah, I remember that, Memento. that can be something cool to make it, because we talk about like having another service that produces candles, and we send everything to Hummingbot and whatever. But I think that before doing that, we should be really reviewing the MQTT service and seeing if it's really good or not, or if it has chances to be improved before we do things with it. I that's a module that always has problems, MQTT, with tests, with everything. So before doing something or involving the MQTT module into other services, I think that we should be seeing if we can improve the module a little bit before mixing up with other things. So well, let's see. I think that we can end now the call. We missed the seconds where we were positive in PNL. Well, we can end up the call here. I hope that you like it. Let's say we are like minus 17 cents in PNL, 3.2k traded, so that is really cool. And the important thing for me here is that we made 24 cents of realized PNL. That is something that is cool, because that means that if the price continues ranging here, we are generating a bunch of yield, that at some point that yield should be compensating if the price goes down, let's say. So that's a good sign. And the other thing is that we could be reducing the position if we don't want to have a position. In this case, this controller has a target in base asset that I want to hold. As you can see here, the target base percentage is 0.4. So if I do 0.4 times 1,700, I should hold $680 in Bitcoin, and I'm only holding $300. So the only way to hold is to do what I'm doing right now, right? But well, depends a lot on the type of strategy. Probably the strategy is as soon as the holdings that you have become positive, as right now, sell the Bitcoins. That can be one potential solution, but it's not the case that we are doing now. But well, that's all, guys. Have a great weekend. And well, hope that you enjoy the weekend. Hope that market goes up. I think that all of us are looking for that. Well, see you next Friday. Well, we can close the call with a plus 30 cents, something like that, plus 20 cents. But well, this has to run for a long time to really validate the PNL. It's just running for 26 minutes. But well, guys, see you. Have a great weekend. Okay, bye bye.